Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we will do mole concept. Actually this is the lecture 3 video on mole concept. I had already uploaded 2 videos on this chapter, where in the first video I had explained I had explained Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro's law, and in the second video of mole concept I had explained mole concept, where I had included the definition of mole, what it is, the molar mass, the molar volume, vapor density, empirical formula, and explained numericals on those. And I had told you that I will be doing many more questions on mole concept, and also I will be doing something more and help you a little on the types of questions that you can be asked in the exam. So if you remember, children, I had asked you to solve the exercise, and also told you please don't hesitate to put the doubts in the comment section, and I'm sure you are understanding the chapter. You will be more confident on this chapter if you solve more and more numericals. Therefore I had asked you to solve all the questions given in the exercise of your text, and I had also asked you to learn the definitions from your text. So children, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and so let's begin. The topics that I will be dealing today will be revision of numericals on mole concept, which will include molar mass, molar volume, empirical formula, vapor density, molecular mass, and this one, calculations based on chemical equations. That will be, chemical equations will be given and you will be doing calculations on it. Okay, so with more and more numericals, this is going to be more clear to you, and I'm pretty sure that you will be able to solve the exercises without any difficulty. Okay, so let's start with the questions that I have taken. See, the first question is, how many grams of HCl are present in 0.1 mole of it? If you remember, I will go back to the previous video, that whenever it is 1 mole, it is molar mass. So if I have 1 mole of HCl, the molar mass is 1 for hydrogen, 35.5 for chlorine. These are the atomic masses, and I am finding the molecular mass, which is known as the molar mass. And to remind you that the atomic masses will be given to you in the question, and you will not need to learn, but as I had told you, that by the time you solve the exercises, you are doing it so many times that the atomic masses will be automatically by hearted. So here, coming back to the question, that 1 mole of HCl will weigh 36.5 gram. So 0.1 mole of HCl will weigh how much? Product of the molar mass into the given mole, so 3.65 gram. So I have started with a simple question. Next one, calculate the number of moles of CO2 which contain 8 gram of oxygen. So every time I will be always talking about what I had taught you in the previous video. So whenever we are finding the molar mass, what are we doing? 12 of carbon and 16 into 2 of oxygen. So I know that in 1 mole of CO2, how much of oxygen do I have? 32 gram. I have written exactly same here. 1 mole of CO2 contains 32 gram. How? I have shown it, 16 into 2, 32 gram of oxygen. So this can imply that 32 gram of oxygen is contained in 1 mole of CO2. So 8 gram of oxygen is contained in 0.25 mole of CO2. This calculation I am sure you have understood, because in the previous video I had told you how to do it, and when you have solved the exercises, I am sure you have understood the steps, and you don't need to be explained anymore. So this is one question, a very interesting one. Okay, so let me go to the next question. Okay, find the mass of a molecule of ammonia. I will again tell the same thing, that a similar type of question was there in the previous video where I had spoken about the number of molecules in 1 mole of ammonia. I have also spoken about the number of nitrogen atom in 1 mole of ammonia, the number of hydrogen atom in 1 mole of ammonia. Anyway, in this question we know we don't need that. We just need the mass of a molecule of ammonia. So we all know the molar mass of ammonia is 17 gram. How? This is how. Okay. So when it is 1 mole, when it is molar mass, how many molecules? Avogadro's number. So we know that 17 gram of ammonia contains Avogadro's number of molecule. So 1 molecule will weigh how much? 17 by Avogadro's number of molecule. And calculate, as I had told you, have a rough column, calculate, and directly you can put the answer. Okay, so we go to the next question. Okay, find the mass of 0.25 gram atom of calcium. If you remember, 1 gram atom of calcium is 40 gram. How? The definition itself says that when it is a gram atom, it is the mass of that atom in grams. So 1 gram atom of calcium means 40 gram. So 0.25 gram atom of calcium is 40 into this is 10 gram. Simple. Okay, this was a very simple question. Okay, next. To tell you about how to prepare yourself for the exam, children, whenever you are asked to find a mass, look for the number of moles, because 1 mole is equal to the molar mass. Whenever you are asked the number of molecules, look for the moles, because 1 mole is equal to the Avogadro's number. And if it is a molar volume, again 1 mole is equal to 22.4 liter at STP. So please remember these 4 things and the relation: mole, molar mass, molar volume, Avogadro's number. So if it is 1 mole, the molecular mass is the molar mass, 22.4 liter if it is a gas is the molar volume, and 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 Avogadro's number of molecules in it. So you have to actually understand what is being asked. There will be any 2 factors: mass and mole, number of molecules and moles, molar mass and number of moles, like we have done just now with gram atom and the mass. And in this question, just see, now a mass of when the number of molecules is only 1, and we know that the molar mass is Avogadro's number, so we just divide it. So similarly, now this question, what is the mass of 0.1 mole of calcium carbonate? So we all know 1 mole means 100 gram. This calculation we have done 2-3 times. So children, by now you must have all learned also that the molar mass of which compound is how much. But I would suggest, don't go for anything that I know and I can write it directly. Please have a little of rough work and calculate and then write, even if you know, to confirm yourself, because a little bit of mistake will make your sum wrong and you will miss out your 2 or 3 marks there. So please avoid writing the values directly. I would suggest no, even if you know you are knowing, it is very good, you are confirmed actually, but please calculate. So 1 mole of calcium carbonate is 100 gram, therefore 0.1 mole will be how much? How 10 grams? 100 into 0.1. Okay, a similar one we had done it also. Now this question, this is a very tricky question, and I have selected this question because many students have doubt in this question. I have seen them asking many of them about this, so deliberately I have taken this question. The question says calculate the number of atoms. So there are 3 parts in this question, where every time we have to calculate the number of helium atom for 52 moles of helium, 52 AMU of helium, and 52 gram of helium. Okay, so there are 3 parts. One by one we will solve. First of all, 52 moles, this we have done it just now in the previous one. See, as many number of moles, directly multiply. So here also we will do the same, 52 moles. Now I know 1 mole of helium weigh 4 gram, and how many atoms? It is Avogadro's number, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. So 52 moles will be Avogadro's number into 52. So if it is 1 mole, how many number of atoms? Avogadro's number. So if it is 52 moles, how many number? Product, and multiply and write the answer directly. Okay. Now if it is AMU, that is atomic mass unit, and we are talking about the atom helium, so 4 AMU means I am talking about 1 helium atom. When I am saying 4 atomic mass unit, I am talking about only 1 helium atom. So 52 AMU will be how many? 1 by 4 into 52, 13 atoms of helium. Okay. And 4 gram, next one was 52 grams. So 4 gram means, see, atomic mass, 4 gram of helium contains Avogadro's number. Therefore 52 gram of helium will contain, again unitary method, calculate and write the answer. So it is 52 moles, so directly multiply. It is 52 AMU, that means 4 AMU of He is 1 atom. So number of atoms and 52 grams, so we know that 4 gram will contain Avogadro's number, therefore 52 gram will contain how many? This, you know, this first and third bit is known to you, it is only about 52 AMU which I had explained. Next. Okay, so the next question. Calculate the volume occupied by 320 gram of sulfur dioxide at STP. Now we all know SO2 is a gas. So what is the molar volume? 22.4 liter. And what is the molar mass? So coming back to molar mass of sulfur dioxide is 64. How? We know the calculation now. The 64 gram means 1 mole, and it will occupy how much? 22.4 liter at STP. So 320 gram of SO2 will occupy how much? 112 liter. So again, just like the previous video, this calculation again I am not explaining to you children. By now you have all understood how to do it, and therefore I don't need you, I don't think you need my help anymore calculating. Unitary method anyway I am telling you. So this is how this question. Just check, see, mass and volume, so related with molar mass and molar volume. Okay, so this question, this is a very nice question. A student's signature with graphite pencil contains 10 to the power minus 12 gram of carbon. Actually a child signs, and in his signature the amount of carbon used is 10 to the power of minus 12 gram. So the question is asking, calculate the number of carbon atom in the signature. So we all know when it is carbon, see what is the atomic mass? 12 gram. And that 12 gram contains how many atoms? Avogadro's number. So if 12 gram contains Avogadro's number of carbon atom, so 10 to the power minus 12 gram of carbon will contain how many? Calculate this calculation again. I am very sure that you all have understood by now, but just do it in the rough column and put the answer. Question is not difficult, but by seeing the question the children get confused. So please read it properly. You will be seeing that in every question you are either relating the molar mass and the number of moles, or number of moles with number of molecules, or molar mass and molar volume. So this is also one of them, with the mass and the number of atoms we are relating. Okay, next. This is one question which I have taken from 9th standard calculation, just to give a revision. It is not needed for you to be taught, because you have done it so many times and I am sure everyone knows this, but still just for a revision sake I have taken it. The question is, calculate the percentage of mass of water in washing soda crystal. So actually this question is demanding that every student should know the common crystals molecular formula. So by now 9th standard also you were told, this year also I am telling, the formulas are very important. Many of the formulas may not be given to you children, so see that you learn them. Some of them, actually at least all that is there in the chapter, that much you all should have learnt by now anyway. So the question is percentage mass of water. So first thing is relative molecular mass of washing soda. So this is the formula. The mass is sodium 23 into 2, carbon 12, oxygen 16 into 3 plus 10 into, for water, 2 into 1 plus 16. So this is 106 plus 180 is equal to 286. So that means the molecular mass of washing soda is 286, which contains 180 water. Okay, 180 gram of water in it. So percentage mass of water will be mass of water by molecular mass into 100. So 180 by 286 into 100. You will need little calculation for all the numericals there that are there in this chapter, and you can directly write the answer showing the calculation in the rough column. Okay, so we go to the next question. Empirical formula. This is one question which you are definitely going to get in your exam and in your board paper as well. What you need here is again accurate calculation, and the method is simple and very interesting also and easy to learn. Okay, so the question is calculate the empirical formula and the molecular formula of the compound having the following percentage composition. This percentage composition will be given to you, and also the vapor density is given, which is 45. So I will tell you how to find out the molecular formula and how to find out the empirical formula as well. So first, the empirical formula. You need a column here where headed by element, percentage composition, atomic mass, atomic ratio and simplest ratio. Now first one, since you have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, this is one organic compound, so we just write it down as C, H and O symbols. Percentage composition we copy down correctly from the question. Carbon 26.59, hydrogen 2.22, oxygen 71.19. Atomic masses will be also given to you in the question, but I don't think you need any help. Carbon 12, hydrogen 1, oxygen 16. The next column is atomic ratio and is found out by percentage composition divided by atomic mass. So 26.59 by 12, calculate it correctly on the rough work. Please go up to at least 2 or 3 decimal places. More than this is not needed, but at least 2 or 3 decimal places. Then 2.22 divided by 1, since 1 is the atomic mass, is exactly the same. 71.19 by 16 is 4.45. This is the atomic ratio. Converting it to the simplest ratio, the method is divide each of them by the lowest of all of them. Now the lowest is 2.216. So 2.216 by 2.216 is 1. 2.22 by 2.216 is nearly 1.00 something, so I can write 1. If there is a 0 or there are 2 zeros after decimal places, you can take the whole number. That is how we round. And 2.45 can be written as 2.45 only by 2.21 is exactly 2.0 something, so we take it as 2. So the simplest ratio for carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is 1, 1 and 2. So the empirical formula is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen 2, O2, C1, H1, O2. 1 we don't write, so we got the empirical formula. Okay, so you understood how to get the simplest ratio. Now to this empirical formula we need to multiply that common factor n. How to get that common factor? Molecular weight is equal to n into empirical formula. So molecular weight, how do we find out? 2 into vapor density, because in the question vapor density is given to us as 45. So 2 into vapor density is equal to n into molecular formula weight. Carbon 12, hydrogen 1, oxygen 16 into 2, 32. So 2 into 45 is equal to n into sum is 45, which implies that n is equal to 2. Hence the molecular formula is, when this 2 is multiplied, it becomes C2, H2 and O4. Common factor, how do we find out? This is 2, multiply in each of the elements C2H2O4. Please watch this video once again, and I am sure you will understand, because I have shown the steps also how I have come to this. I have given you the formula also how I have come to it, and this way of finding out the empirical formula and molecular formula is easy, and it is definitely there in your question paper, children. Please take it seriously. Okay, so the next one. This question is not exactly the same that we did in the previous question. It is a little different. That is why I have taken it. There is no point doing a similar question again and again for a 10th standard child, because if you are solving and understanding for one, you will be able to do the rest, provided you do the calculations correctly. This is a different kind of question, so I have taken it. Here you are given gram atom. So 0.2 gram atom of silicon is given, which combines with 21.3 gram of chlorine. Here mass. So you are given gram atom of silicon and mass of chlorine which combine. So you have to find the empirical formula. Now when I know 1 gram atom of silicon is 28, that is atomic mass, so 0.2 gram atom will be 5.6 gram. Now I know the mass of silicon, and mass of chlorine is already given. So here comes the table: element, mass, atomic mass, gram atom, and ratio. In the previous one it was element, percentage composition, atomic mass, atomic ratio, and simplest ratio. Here it is element, mass, atomic mass, gram atom, and ratio, that is the simplest ratio. So the elements are silicon and chlorine. So the mass is 5.6. We calculated it just now. 21.3 was given to us. Atomic masses will be mentioned to you in the question, so we write that down. Gram atom is mass by atomic mass. So we did that, mass by atomic mass, and the values are 0.2 and 0.6. The smallest is 0.2. So 0.2 divided by 0.2 is 1 ratio. 0.3 divided by 0.2 is 3 ratio. So the empirical formula is Si1Cl3. 1 we don't write, so SiCl3. Okay.